Station lights are barely humming. Just one bus idling in the rain. Driver checks his worn-out timetable. Like it's always been the same. I sit down by the window slowly, watching puddles drift apart. Every stop we pass is quieter, like the fading of my heart. It's the last bus leaving town, rolling through the empty streets, taking all the little moments that the day forgot to keep. And I don't really know where I'm going, but I know I can't stay. It's the last bus leaving town, pulling me away. The buildings turn to distant shadows, street lights blur into a line. And I feel the weight of nothing for the first time in a long time. Every ending has emotion, even when you're standing still. It's the last bus leaving town, and the city fades behind, like a memory losing focus. At the edge of my mind, and I don't try to hold it, I just let it go. It's the last bus leaving town, moving slow. station lights are barely humming. Just one bus idling in the rain. The station lights are barely humming. Just one bus idling in the rain. The station lights are barely humming. Just one bus idling in the rain. Driver check. There was Jimmy down at Riverside Steel. Could fix anything with a wrench and wheel. Used to laugh so loud you could hear for miles. Now the shop sits quiet beneath the pines. Old Ray drove trucks through half the states, coffee in hand before the break of day. Said the road would teach him more than school. Funny how time makes prophets of fools. The men I used to know worked hard and carried on. Never asked for much, just another dawn. The names fade slow, like paint on weathered signs, but I still see their faces from time to time. Freight trains roll, taking pieces from every soul. Some are gone, some moved away, some live only in yesterday. The men I used to know still walk these roads at night, in old stories told under neon lights. Though the years let go, their shadows still remain. The men I used to know ride these memories again. Ride these memories again. it before I saw it coming. A low rumble through the night, like something old and heavy breathing. Moving out of sight. The window shook just slightly as it passed behind the trees. And I thought about the miles it carried that I'll never see. Freight train at 2 a.m., rolling through the dark, like a memory that doesn't ask. To leave its mark. It fades out past the silence, but it never really leaves. Freight train at 2 a.m., still lives inside of me. Station, there's a world I used to know, but I stayed here with the stillness, and watched it go. Every sound becomes a story, when the night is wide and thin. Freight train at 2 a.m., I can hear it in my bones, like a reminder that I'm living between the now and home. end is just right. It comes back again. Freight train at 2 a.m. Passing time, old memories, empty rooms, nighttime reflection. Passing time, old memories, empty rooms, nighttime reflection. Passing time, old memories. The causing time, old memories. Passing time, old memories. Empty rooms, nighttime reflection. Passing time, old memories. Empty rooms, nighttime reflection. The clock above the counter says 1:15. The jukebox stopped playing long ago. The bartender wipes down empty glasses and turns the lights down low. The laughter faded with the evening. The conversations all moved on. Now there's only silence sitting here, where the crowd was not long gone. There's a last chair in the room, still waiting by the wall, like it's holding on to something it can't quite recall. And looking at that empty seat beneath the amber glow, I wonder where the years all went and where the old friends go. The floorboards creak like they remember every story ever told, every promise made at midnight, every hand that grew old. Some nights don't need an answer, some memories don't need a name. There's a last chair in the room and a soft light overhead. The night's almost finished now, but not every thought's been said. Tomorrow brings another day, another place to be. But tonight that lonely chair keeps company with me. Keeps company with me.
When the evening settles softly, and the day is finally done, you can find me in the silence, watching shadows come and run. Seen some seasons, some laughter and some rain. Through every door that opened, love found its way again. Leave the light on, in the window facing west. For the ones still on their journey, for the hearts that need a rest. Someday I'm not standing here, don't think that I'm gone. Just leave the light on. The road keeps rolling for the young ones, like it once did for me. Every generation finds its way toward what it's meant to be. To come, standing where it's always been. Casting circles on the pavement, since I can't remember when. I've walked beneath it in the summer, I've seen it shine through winter snow. Watched 100 seasons pass, beneath its steady glow. Street light on Willow Lane, you outlast every passing year. While old houses change their colors and familiar faces disappear, still you're shining through the darkness like you've always done. Street light on Willow Lane, watching everyone. The maple trees have grown much taller, the corner store is something new. But every night that yellow light still cuts the darkness through. Some things leave, some things stay. That's the way of every day. Street light on Willow Lane, you've seen more than I ever will. The dreams that left this little town, hearts that linger still. And when I walk these quiet streets beneath the midnight sky, street light on Willow Lane, you're an old friend of an old friend of mine. Morning light on the wooden steps, coffee steaming in my hands. The world is quiet for a moment before the day begins its plans. The street is slowly waking up. A dog barks down the block. I sit and watch the sky turn gold as the city starts to talk. Just a morning cup on the porch, and the sound of a waking town. Nothing here to chase or fix, nothing weighing me down. And for a little while I feel like I finally found my way. With a morning cup on the porch at the start of the day. The mail truck rolls a little early. Someone waves from across the street. Even time feels less in a hurry, moving gently at my feet. I used to rush through mornings like they didn't matter much at all. And I don't need anything more. The world can wait a little longer. Behind that screen door, and I'll stay right here breathing. What the day has left for me. With a morning cup on the porch, in simplicity. In simplicity. The neon sign just flickered twice. The waiter stacks the empty plates. Coffee's gone a little bitter now, like the end of every day. Chairs are up on worn-out tables. Floor gets swept in steady lines. The radio plays something older, from another place and time. Closing time at the diner. And the world is slowing down. Just the hum of broken speakers, and the lights going out. Nothing here is asking questions. Nothing here to hold me tight. It's closing time at the diner. At the edge of the night. The cook wipes down the metal counter, counts the hours in his head. Another shift is finally over. Nothing more needs to be said. Some days end without an answer. They just fade and disappear. It's closing time at the diner. And I'm the last one in the room. Watching yesterday get folded into shadows and perfume. And I sit a little longer, like I don't wanna go. It's closing time at the diner, moving slow. Moving slow. Every afternoon around 5 o'clock, the same old bell rings above the door. I take my seat beside the window, like I've done 100 times before. The waitress knows my order by heart, coffee black and nothing more. Outside the city keeps on moving, past the shadows on the floor. At the corner cafe at 5, the world slows down for a little while. People come and people go, some carry burdens, some wear smiles. For an hour or two each day, everything feels right at the corner cafe at 5. Yesterday's newspaper, a couple laughs across the room. The sunlight fades along the storefronts as evening arrives too soon. Life isn't always made of big moments. Sometimes it's found in simple things. At the corner cafe at 5, I've watched the seasons drift on by. Old faces disappear with time, new ones arrive. And somehow through the changing years, this place still feels the same. At the corner cafe at 5. Tomorrow I'll be here again. Saturday morning on Maple Street, sunlight falling on the sidewalk trees. The bakery door is open wide, and the whole town seems alive. A kid rides past on a bicycle, someone waves from a pickup truck. The coffee shop's already crowded, talking baseball and a little luck. It's
Saturday on Maple Street. Nothing special, nothing new. Just familiar faces passing by, doing what they always do. And somehow that's enough for me. More than money, more than fame. Saturday on Maple Street. Feels the same. Church bell rings down the block. A guitar drifts from an open window, blending with the ticking clock. The world keeps rushing somewhere else, but around here nobody's in a hurry. Years may come and years may go, but memories stay in place. And every time I walk these roads, I feel right where I belong. Saturday on Maple Street. Rolling on. Rolling on. Rolling on. Sun is high above the rooftops. Heat is rising off the ground. I wipe the sweat off my forehead and keep moving without a sound. These hands know every motion, every tool and every mark. They don't ask too many questions. They just work until it's dark. summer sky, doing what they've always done. No need to ask me why. There's a quiet kind of pride in them that doesn't need a name. Working hands at noon, still the same. Still the same. Their traces in every line and scar, but they still know exactly who they are. I don't measure life in fortune, I measure it in days like this. Keep the world from standing still, not for glory, not for gold, just because they will. And I find a kind of meaning in the rhythm that they choose. Working hands at noon, nothing left to prove. Nothing left to prove. I walked down to the river today, same muddy bank, same old place. The water rolled beneath the bridge like it always has. Used to be a wooden dock where we'd spend the afternoon. Talking about nothing at all beneath the summer moon. Keeps moving, no matter who comes or goes, carrying things nobody knows. I watch the years drift by like leaves upon the tide. The river keeps moving, and so does life. The trees are taller than before. The pain is gone from the shore. Some names I knew have faded away, like footprints after rain. You can't hold water in your hands. You only learn to understand. The river keeps moving through every joy and every loss. Past old memories and broken dreams, without ever stopping once. And standing here tonight, beneath the fading sky, the river keeps moving, and so do I. And so do I. Found my name scratched into painted steel. Oh, like a number 9 still standing there. Dust on the floor and rust on the hinges, like nobody touched it in years. Used to change boots before the morning whistle, trade bad jokes before the shift began. Back when our backs were strong as oak trees, and every plan still fit our hands. Oh, locker number 9, holding pieces of another time. A photograph, a union card, a few forgotten dreams inside. Funny what survives when the years leave everything behind. Old locker number 9. The factory's smaller than I remember, the ceiling lower than it's seen before. Funny how memory keeps on growing long after people walk out the door. The machine stopped singing years ago, but echoes never really go. Oh, locker number 9, still standing through the passing years, like an old friend waiting patiently to tell me I was here. May rust, the paint may fade, but some things never die inside old locker number 9. Some things never die. City life, memory passing time, everyday beauty. Rain came again just after 4. Silver lines across the glass. People hurried beneath their umbrellas, watching another afternoon pass. Bookstore lights began to glow, reflections danced along the road. Every puddle held a little city, shimmering in gold. Rain on Market Street, falling soft and slow. Bringing back old
places long ago. Nothing lasts forever, but some feelings never leave. Like rain on Market Street. A taxi rolls through the intersection. Headlights painting streaks of light. Somewhere a radio is playing an old familiar song tonight. The city changes every year, but certain moments stay right here. Rain on Market Street, turning even into dreams. Blurring all the sharp edges of everything we've seen. And standing underneath the awning, watching strangers pass me by. There's peace in the rain tonight. Rain on Market Street. Tonight.
The highway stretches through the dark, just a ribbon under stars. The radio hums softly low, keeping me company. There's a town somewhere ahead, a few lights glowing in the night. People gathering around their tables, living ordinary lives. Lights in the distance, shining through the dark, like little reminders. No matter where you are, somewhere beyond these miles, somebody's still awake. Lights in the distance, showing me the way. Chasing horizons, trying to outrun time. Now I find comfort in the glow of places I won't ever know. Road gets quieter with age, but wonder never fades. Lights in the distance, floating on the edge of night. Not every answer needs a name, not every road a sign. Sometimes it's enough to know there's warmth beyond the rain. Lights in the distance still remain. Still remain. Still remain. Every Friday around 6:30, the same old crew walks through the door. Same corner booth beside the window, like we've done for years before. Joe tells stories we've all heard twice. Mike complains about his knees. Somebody orders another coffee. And nobody ever leaves.
we're still here now. The laughter comes a little slower, but it still feels the same at the usual table. Every Friday again. We've buried dreams and buried friends, watched children grow and move away. Still we gather round this table with something left to say. Some things change, some things stay. That's just life that the stories never end. Every wrinkle tells a chapter, every handshake means a friend. And when the lights go dim at closing time, we'll do it all again at the usual table. With my friends. With my friends.
Sun is leaning through the glass, painting lines across the seat. Engine humming like a memory that never learns to sleep. Road keeps pulling me forward, like it knows my name somehow. Every mile becomes a question I don't need to answer now. Highway light through a windshield, cutting gold into the gray. I'm not running from the moment, I'm just moving through the day. And the city falls behind me like a shadow I release. Highway light Sit outside when the day was done, coffee cooling in the evening sun. Listening to the radio fade away, neither one with much to say. You'd ask about work, I'd say it's fine. Talk about weather, pass the time. There were bigger things behind those words, but somehow they stayed unheard. Things we never said still echo in my mind. Simple words that came too late or never crossed the line. Now the silence speaks instead, where conversations used to be. Things we never said still follow me. I never thanked you for the little things, the steady hand through changing winds. I always thought there'd be more time. Funny how life changes your mind. The years move fast, the chances go faster than we'll ever know. Things we never said still drift through empty rooms, like old songs playing softly long after they are through. Though the days are gone, the feeling never ends. Things we never said come back again. Come back again. There's an old hammer hanging by the door, been there longer than I can recall. The handle's worn smooth from years of work, still holding on through it all. I remember watching from the yard as he fixed every broken board. Never talked much about life or love, just showed up and got it done. These are the hands that built this house, laid every beam and drove every nail through sun never seem to fail. Now when I look down at my own hands, I finally understand the hands that built this house. Faded over time. The roof has seen 1,000 storms, but somehow every corner here still feels safe and warm. And shape the man I've come to be, not through speeches or grand advice, but quiet dignity. Though the years keep moving on, their mark remains somehow in the hands that built this house. Still holding strong somehow. Neon hums above the doorway as the evening turns to blue. I grab a bottle from the cooler, like I always tend to do. The clerk just nods without a question. He's seen my face too many times. The same small list of groceries, the same slow passing lines. Under the corner store neon sign, life feels simple for a while. No need to chase a different story. No need to force a smile. Just a quiet kind of everything feels right. Outside the cars keep rolling steady. People heading back to home, and I stand there for a moment longer before I walk alone. It's not the place that changes, it's the way you see the day. Under the corner store neon sign, the world keeps moving slow, and I don't need to understand it. I just let it go. And every night it feels familiar, like a song I already know. Under the corner store neon sign, I go. I go. You stood there waiting for the light to change. Two strangers in the same slow crowd. Someone laughed behind the traffic noise. A voice too far, too loud. He said the weather's been acting strange. I said, yeah, it's always been that way. Then the signal changed without a warning, and we both just walked away. Just crosswalk conversations in the middle of the street. A moment shared between two strangers that we didn't plan to meet. No beginning and no ending, just a rhythm and a sound. Crosswalk conversations as the city moves around. The buses roll like rolling thunder. The taxis blurred into the night, and for a second we were present in the same shed light. Some steady rhythm, like a clock that never stops. Dusted tires on the pavement, and the heat that never drops. A man stands by the cooler, just staring at the sky. Orange bleeding into silence, where the day begins to die. At the gas station at sunset, everything slows down to feel. Like the world is catching breath now, before the night is real. And I don't need to say a reason, I don't need to pretend. At the gas station at sunset, time bends. Starts to wake up slowly, buzzing faint above the roof. And strangers share the same horizon without needing any proof. Somewhere between leaving and arriving, there's a moment you can stay. At sunset, I just watch the light turn gold. Every engine holds a story that it never has to tell. And I stand here without answers, letting everything suspend. At the gas station at sunset, it bends. It bends. behind the loading dock, just two old friends killing time. He lit a cigarette, I leaned on the wall. No reason, no plan, just a line. He asked me how the years had treated me. I said they came and went like rain. We laughed about the jobs we used to have and the things we can't explain. It's just a back alley conversation between two lives still hanging on. No big words, no revelation, just the comfort of someone. Started when the road was young and long. A back alley conversation, and it's gone. Shook the silence. We paused and watched it fade. Like time itself was passing through us, and nothing needed to be said. We don't need to solve a problem. We meet because we still can. It's just a back alley conversation under fading afternoon light. Two shadows sharing memories that never felt quite right. And when we turn and walk away, we don't look back too long. A back alley conversation, then it's gone. Then it's gone. sleep past 2 again. So I walk down the hallway slow. Turn the light above the stove on, just to feel less alone. That old radio still works sometimes, if you hit it just right on the side. It crackles like it's remembering a different place in time. The radio in the kitchen plays songs I almost forgot. Old voices through the static, of everything I'm not. And for a moment I am younger, standing somewhere in between. The radio in the kitchen, and every broken dream. The fridge hums like a distant train. The house breathes in and out. And I sit there with my coffee in a silence full of sound. Some nights don't need a reason, they just come and stay a while. The radio in the kitchen keeps me company tonight. Spinning stories through the static, under soft yellow light. And I don't try to change it, I just let it be. The radio in the kitchen is talking back to me. Talking back to me. from the traffic line. The bell above the door rings slow. Same old booth by the window side, where I always seem to go. The waitress doesn't ask me twice. She knows exactly what I need. A quiet plate, a cup of coffee, and a little time to breathe. It's just a lunch break on Fifth Avenue. Between the rushing and the noise, nothing here I need to prove. No need to raise my voice. And for a moment I can sit here like the world is standing still. A lunch break on Fifth Avenue, and it always will. Keep rolling fast, people talking as they pass. But in here everything is slower, like time is made of glass. I used to think I had to run every minute of the day. And I let the moment stay, a little peace inside the motion, before I go my way. And I don't need to understand it, I just let it be. A lunch break on Fifth Avenue is enough for me. Enough for me. never had my name in lights. Spent most of my years punching clocks and sleeping through the night. I've got an old watch that barely runs, a photograph worn thin, a kitchen table full of stories, and the people gathered in. That's worth more than gold, more than anything money can buy. The hands I've shaken, the tears I've cried, the love that stayed through changing times, when everything else grows old. That's worth more than gold. Couldn't keep. While the richest moments I remember came simple and came free. The years taught lessons the hard way sometimes, but they taught me what matters in this life. That's worth more than gold, than all the treasures in the world. A warm light through a window, a father and his girl, the laughter around a supper table on a winter evening cold. That's worth more